Did you know that Japan has more people living past 100 than almost anywhere else in the world? More than 90,000 individuals there have reached that age. What makes this truly interesting is not just how long they live, but how they live. While many people in the West invest heavily in gyms, complex workout plans, and fitness trends, Japanese men and women in their 70s and 80s often move through daily life with ease, balance, and calm confidence. Researchers have spent years trying to understand why. And what surprised them most was this. It wasn't strict dieting, it wasn't extreme exercise, and it wasn't genetics alone. The real difference was found in a small set of daily movements that are so simple, they were initially overlooked. These movements are not workouts. They don't feel like exercise. They don't require equipment or special clothing. They are simply ways of moving that have been part of everyday life for generations. When researchers observed older adults in Japan over several years, they noticed something remarkable. Those who practiced these movements daily maintained flexibility, balance, and mental clarity far longer than expected. Brain imaging showed stronger coordination between movement and focus. Balance systems stayed responsive. Joint stiffness appeared later and progressed more slowly. Some scientists describe this as one of the most underestimated contributors to healthy aging. Today, I want to walk you through 6 of these daily movements, starting with the simplest and gradually moving toward the most powerful. And I'll be honest with you right away. The final movement on this list often surprises people the most. It's quiet, gentle, and takes only a couple of minutes, yet it appears to influence both physical stability and mental sharpness in a profound way. Before we begin, feel free to share your age and where you're watching from in the comments. I always appreciate seeing how far this community reaches. Now let's start with the foundation. Movement number 6, slow walking with intention. In Japan, this practice is sometimes called sampo. At first glance, it looks like ordinary walking, but the difference is in the pace and awareness. This is walking done at about half the speed most people are used to. Many older adults practice it in the morning, often before breakfast, for anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. What makes it different is not distance or speed, but rhythm. The steps are slow and deliberate. Breathing is steady and intentional. A common rhythm is simple. Inhale gently over a few steps. Pause briefly, then exhale slowly over several steps. This pattern encourages the nervous system to settle while the body stays active. Researchers noticed that this slower pace allows the foot to fully connect with the ground. Every joint in the foot participates, sending signals to the brain that help maintain balance and spatial awareness. People who adopted this style of walking often noticed they felt steadier on their feet and more confident moving through daily tasks. To practice this safely, keep your eyes forward, not on the ground. Let your arms swing naturally. Roll through the foot from heel to toe. Choose comfortable, familiar paths. This isn't about pushing yourself. It's about retraining how your body moves. If you're new to it, start with just a few minutes and gradually build. Now let's move to the next daily habit, one that gently prepares the body for movement from the inside out. Movement number 5, gentle daily stretching routine. Every morning in Japan, a short stretching sequence has been practiced by millions for decades. It isn't intense, it isn't forceful, and it doesn't require flexibility to begin. The movements flow continuously, encouraging joints to move through comfortable ranges without strain. What makes this approach effective is consistency. Instead of long static holds, the body stays in gentle motion. Shoulders roll, the spine twists softly, arms lift and lower with the breath. This kind of movement supports circulation and helps joints feel more comfortable as the day begins. Many older adults find that when they skip this type of movement, stiffness builds more quickly. When they return to it, mobility often feels easier again. The key is how it feels. Nothing should hurt. Nothing should feel forced. Think of it as warming the body rather than stretching it. Even a few minutes can help prepare the body for walking, standing, and balance later in the day. In the next section, we'll look at a movement that plays a powerful role in maintaining independence and stability as the years go on. Movement number 4. Resting in a deep squat. If you spend time observing older adults in Japan, especially in parks or gardens, you'll often notice something unusual. Many of them rest comfortably in a deep squat. Not briefly, not with strain, but calmly, sometimes for several minutes at a time. For many people raised in chair-centered cultures, this position feels impossible later in life. Yet it's actually one of the most natural human resting positions. The deep squat gently opens the hips, keeps the ankles flexible, and allows the spine to decompress. Researchers studying aging populations noticed a clear pattern. Older adults who maintained the ability to rest in a squat were more likely to remain independent longer. Not because the squat is strenuous, but because it preserves joint range, balance, and movement confidence. This position supports hip mobility, ankle stability, and ease of transitioning up and down. It also gently challenges balance in a controlled way. To begin safely, stand with feet about shoulder width apart. Let your heels stay grounded if possible. Lower yourself slowly, using a wall or sturdy surface for support if needed. At first, even 15 to 30 seconds is enough. You can also place a rolled towel under your heels if flexibility is limited. What matters most is frequency, not duration. Many people find it helpful to practice this position while gardening, organizing low shelves, or playing with grandchildren. Over time, the body begins to recognize this posture as familiar rather than threatening, and that familiarity can make everyday movements feel easier. Next, we move to a practice that quietly strengthens the connection between the body and the brain. The movement number 3, standing on one leg. This movement may look almost too simple to matter, but in Japan, standing on one leg is often recommended as a daily habit for older adults. Why? Because balance is not just about muscles, it's about communication. When you stand on one leg, your body sends constant signals between the feet, legs, inner ear, eyes, and brain. These small adjustments happen automatically, and over time they help maintain coordination and stability. People who practice this regularly often report feeling steadier while walking, turning, or reaching. To practice safely, stand near a wall or chair. Lift one foot slightly off the ground. Keep your gaze forward. Breathe normally. Start with 20 to 30 seconds per side. As this becomes comfortable, you can gradually increase the time. Some people choose to practice this while brushing their teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil, turning it into a natural habit rather than a chore. For an added challenge, try gently turning your head side to side, or closing your eyes briefly while staying supported. These small variations encourage the nervous system to stay responsive. Balance is something the body remembers when it's practiced consistently, and maintaining it can make a meaningful difference in how confident you feel moving through the day. Up next, we'll look at a daily habit that supports strength, flexibility, and mental clarity all at once, often without being noticed at all. Movement number 2, floor sitting and rising transitions. One of the biggest differences between aging in Japan and aging in the West is something most people never think about. It's how often the body moves down to the floor and back up again. In many Japanese homes, people sit on the floor for meals, conversation, and relaxation. That means they practice standing to floor and floor to standing transitions many times every single day. Each transition is a full body movement. It quietly trains leg strength, hip mobility, coordination, balance, and mental focus. Researchers noticed something fascinating. Older adults who could comfortably rise from the floor without rushing tended to remain independent longer, not because they were stronger in a gym sense, but because their bodies stayed capable. Getting down and up requires planning, control, and awareness. The brain must coordinate multiple systems at once. That's why this movement supports not only physical ability, but also mental sharpness. To practice safely, start near a low chair, ottoman, or couch. Use your hands for support as needed. Move slowly, step by step. There is no rush. Lower one knee, then the other. Pause. Reverse the movement when standing. Even 2 or 3 gentle transitions a day are enough to begin. Over time, the movement becomes smoother and more confident. Many people are surprised by how empowering this feels. Knowing you can get down and back up gives a sense of freedom that's easy to underestimate. And now, we arrive at the final movement, the one many people overlook completely. Yet it may be one of the most efficient ways to engage the body and mind together. Movement number 1, the towel twist. This movement looks almost insignificant at first. All you need is a simple hand towel. Yet in Japan, many older adults practice this daily, often in the morning or before bed. The towel twist is not about speed or force. It's about creating gentle tension and controlled rotation. To begin, hold a towel with both hands at about shoulder height. Keep your arms relaxed but active. Gently pull outward on the towel to create light tension. Now, slowly rotate your upper body to one side while keeping your hips facing forward. Pause briefly, return to center, then rotate to the other side. Your breathing stays calm and steady throughout. What makes this movement special is how many systems it engages at once. The hands create tension. The core stabilizes. The spine rotates gently. The brain coordinates left and right sides of the body together. People who practice this regularly often notice improved posture, better coordination, and a feeling of warmth and alertness throughout the body. Even 1 or 2 minutes can be enough. The goal is not intensity, it's awareness. This kind of controlled movement sends signals through the body that support strength, balance, and calm focus at the same time. To bringing it all together, what these 6 movements share is simplicity. They don't demand equipment, they don't require a gym, and they don't need to be done all at once. They fit into daily life. Slow walking, gentle stretching, resting in a squat, standing on one leg, moving comfortably to and from the floor, and a simple towel twist. Together, they support the body in a way that feels natural rather than forced. Healthy aging isn't about fighting the body, it's about working with it. If you feel inspired, choose just one movement to begin with. Let it become familiar. Small daily habits often create the biggest long-term changes. If you'd like, share in the comments which movement feels most approachable for you right now. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you again in the next video.